Hey everyone, welcome back to DOS Time, and it is time for more Alter Ego. This is, what, part 11 now at this point? Anyway, where we left off, we are currently 40 years old in 9 months. We've been married to Miriam for a while. We've been an entrepreneur for quite a long time. We have electronics out the butt because we earned a decent amount of money. I was never able to buy the most expensive stuff in the game, unfortunately, because even though I was told I got some big raise thing, I never really saw it. So, I don't know. We have 2 kids. We have Dick. I remember Dick is one of our kids. I don't remember our other kid, honestly. Is a girl. I can't remember what I ended up naming her, though. I'm the greatest father who has ever lived. I don't remember my kid's name. Anyway, let's move on. While rubbing elbows with some trendy, upwardly mobile types, you are past a small mirror on the surface of which is a line of fine... Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize where we were going with this. Clearly, we're going Scarface. I appreciate... Let's do it. Sniff. Oh, look at that sniff. Up it goes. Is this something you think you would like to do often? I don't know. We're gonna die. We're already diabetic. Fuck it. Let's do some coke. Be careful, the rush may not be worth the consequences. Thank you, Gabe. I didn't know that. On a warm Saturday afternoon, a young neighborhood kid challenges you to strenuous physical competition. Competitive, let's go. You must be losing it. You remember a time when you outran, outjumped, outhurled, outboxed, outbragged little guys like him. Now he's got it over you. When the game is over, he puts his arm around your shoulder and smiles. What you've given up in victory, you may have gained emotionally. You are a good sport. Aw, I thought we were an asshole. How are we a good sport? You're running a bit late, but need to stop at the store to pick up a few things. You absolutely can't afford to waste any time. You notice that you have a few too many items to use the express line at the supermarket. There is a teenage boy working the cash register. You probably won't notice if you try to sneak through with a few items over the limit. Well, how many items is a few over the limit, my friend? I'm sorry, mister. You can only take 10 items through this line. You have 13. Would you please move to the next line? What is your reply? Please do me a favor. I'm in a real hurry and I gotta go. I'm sorry, sir. That sign right there says 10 items or less. He points to the sign, then he hanging 6 inches above your face. He refuses to let you go through. Give him a hard time. He buzzes the manager, a smallish bald man with wire-rimmed glasses and a shaky voice. The manager wants no trouble, so he lets you through. You have bullied your way past the rules. Exactly. Because that's what happens in every retail situation. If a customer is not satisfied, they get the manager half the time. I say over half the time. Even though the employee is following policy, the manager will instead, of course, side with the customer, not the employee. That's why I hate sales. I hate them. I hate working sales. If it's a policy, then it's a policy. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Just saying. Just saying. The checkout clerk purposely processes your order with extra care and very... On your way out, you notice a dark brown rim on the bottom of the bag. That wise guy must have wet the bag. Rip splat. What an asshole. See, and then I would have gotten the manager, and then I would have beaten the crap out of the kid. Right there. Boom. Beat the crap. 10 items or less, I'm going to ring your ass right through the checkout line. That's how you deal with it. And then get arrested. And then I don't know what else we were supposed to be doing that day, but it just didn't happen. We were in jail for the night. You're waiting for some important news that might drastically affect the course of your life. For some strange reason, every time you think about what is happening, you get the urge to munch on something. Hungry? Snack on something to keep occupied. Work off the energy. Okay, work off the energy. You're a pretty calm person, so this seems like a good idea by and large. You have trouble finishing the work you began, and as a result feel you are under even more stress. Perhaps you should relax a bit more. Sure. You are attending the dinner party of a close friend, Michael Lewis, and his attractive wife, Judy. All through dinner, Judy has been passing admiring glances your way. Interesting. She is commenting on your clothing, your jewelry, your cologne. Michael doesn't seem to mind his wife's flirtatiousness in the least. While clearing the dishes and preparing you for dessert, Judy asks if you would help her and do something in the kitchen. Bold. Go in the kitchen. The love of your life gives you a dirty look as you go off into the kitchen. When you're in the kitchen, Judy mentions that she wonders why Mike has kept all of his attractive men friends such a secret. You sense that she is beginning to make her move. What will you now do? Ooh. You say you never knew that Mike had such an attractive wife. Judy removes a large, sweet strawberry from a basket in the refrigerator and takes a bite from it, which makes her lips slick and wet. She asks if you would like a bite. Of the strawberry, that is, she says with a giggle. Take the bite. She places the strawberry between her lips and holds it up to your mouth. You have one more chance to back out before you know what will happen. Do we get divorced? That is the key. Do we get divorced? Are we that? Okay, we get... You know what? This wife was approved on our wedding night. Here we go. Let's just screw the whole family. There goes all my money. I'm going to lose it all. Let's get divorced. Here we go. Let's just do it. It's going to happen. That or we're going to die. One or the other. Well, you know what happens. Mike walks in just when you're about to carry Judy into the bedroom for dessert. Everyone is embarrassed, but Mike has been through this before and evidently accepts it. Although reluctantly, there are no hard feelings. How does this work out in my favor when I finally make the decision? Go all the way. Trustworthiness for you, however, takes a nosedive because you didn't consider the feelings of your lover who has been sitting alone for the past hour, wondering what the two of you were doing in there. Well, she could have just gotten up and found out. It could have just ended things pretty darn quick, but she chose not to. My trustworthiness is at 6%. Not a single person on this planet trusts me, and they shouldn't. Never trust me. How's the kids doing? Let's have a family event with the kids. Have a family experience. That's Anne. I named her Anne. That's what I did. Wants to sleep over at a friend's house. You have met this friend before and have always known that this child's parents do not seem to impress the right kind of cleanliness habits on the child. Will you give Anne permission to go despite of whatever reservations you might have? Yeah, okay, yes, go. While you are home, you are wondering whether or not Anne is safe. Call the child's parents? The phone rings several times before it picked up. The person on the other end is slurring his speech and can't seem to hold a coherent conversation. Keep trying to talk to the person. No, you have no luck getting clear thought out of him. The telephone conversation is interrupted by the man's wife, who seems embarrassed. See? I don't think that choice showed very good judgment. The next day, Anne tells you that the last night's dinner consisted of dry crackers and jelly. Hold on. They said they weren't clean. They didn't say they weren't going to feed or they were poor. And you didn't say... It's like... Just because the guy was drunk doesn't mean his wife, who was embarrassed, couldn't make dinner. I am confused on how this particular lines of text kind of formed here. I'm just, like I said, I'm just a little bit confused. A little bit. Let's have an experience with the wife. Uh-oh. Sexual nature. Your wife is wearing an extremely low-cut dress to a get-together. The two of you are attending tonight. What do you think about this? Approve. She really looks great. As the evening passes, you can't take your eyes off for a moment. When you get home, you can. Oh yeah, go right to sleep. Definitely my priority. She knows you have been getting aroused all evening and decides to tease you a bit. She puts on some black lace lingerie, tickles you with her hands and tongue. What would you like to do? Well... Bother each other orderly, try some exciting sex positions. I have my own ideas. I don't know what exactly... Let's try some exciting positions. You make love in a variety of sexual positions with the fervor and stamina of a honeymoon couple. You have to be careful, though. Your physical sphere shows that you are not exactly limber enough to do some of the things you might be thinking of. After a while, the two of you find a position that is both comfortable and exciting. Soon you both explode in a wonderful climax. After you are finished, you can lie in bed and cuddle, go to sleep, make your wife something to eat. Lie in bed and cuddle is appropriate. That's very good. People do not do this nearly enough. As a matter of fact, some say that the afterplay, the period immediately following sex, is one of the most satisfying parts of the lovemaking session. That's everyone's opinion, I guess, right? You have just taken off your socks and shoes after a long, tiring day. You would like nothing more than to begin a nice, lazy, relaxing evening. The clothes hamper seems a mile away. Lazy, toss the socks under the bed. I bet this isn't the first time you've done this. Look under there. It's a regular sock convention. There are some pairs, but mostly it's singles gathering. That's because the bed charges a one sock rental fee for each sock it shelters. Yes, you finally found out where all those socks go. How do you feel about being a little bit of a slob? You're a little guilty. That is odd. There's nothing in your past or in your upbringing that would make you feel concerned about such things. Well, okay, then don't ask me, okay? It's about time you had a physical. No, last time I had one of these, I got diabetes. I don't want another one. Fuck it. If I die of cancer, I die. I don't need to know. I'll notice if there's a lump. I'll notice if there's a growth, a dot, a speck. My arm falls off. I'll probably notice that. I don't need the butt finger and all that kind of stuff. Fine, go. It's great that you are able to get over your feeling of avoidance in order to do something that is unpleasant but necessary. The doctor will see you now. The results of your checkup shows that your checkup shows that your heart is beating in an irregular fashion. You will have to keep your eye on this. Your bill is $200. What, I got a fib now? Awesome. Fantastic. You begin thinking about whether or not you would like to invest some of your resources so that you can increase them. Yes, make an investment. An investment counselor suggests that you look into stock in a multinational computer software company. Would you like to take the risk and purchase, say, $1,000 worth of stock? Yes. Your investment triples. Knew it. Knew it was going to happen because I'm awesome that way. We have $11,000. We are doing quite well, I think. What is this one? Oh yeah, that's our. We already are living together. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, college in this phase of life isn't usually your typical fun-loving round. Blah blah blah. Your attention spirit will rise. Your anxiety will decrease. You will also gain credit. Your resources will decrease to $500. Buy $500 to cover the cost of education. Yeah, sure. Let's do some education. Why not? You have been going through a difficult time with the influential business person who seems to really enjoy making people miserable with his moodiness, his arbitrary decisions making, and his arrogance. You get called into his office to take the heat for a relatively minor error. The conversation begins, "Look, son, I've had just about all of that incompetence from you that I can stand. What have you got to say for yourself?" Calm. Refuse to let him talk to you that way. Grovel, say, "Don't." You are indeed calm enough to behave this way in this situation. Your calmness serves as a positive influence on this person who realizes he is treating you unfairly. Calm people do influence others this way. Do they? I don't know. A company that you are involved with is making a drastic cutback in the last few months. 3 departments have been reduced to bare bones. Your services may be next. Anxious. Confidence. Stay where I am. I guess you feel that your company wouldn't let you go. That is a sign of confidence. In fact, they don't let you go, but unfortunately, a company goes out of business and you are stuck with no job. You have just passed through adulthood, right as I lose my job. Isn't that awesome? Your family life has been good. Physically, you have not been very healthy. Your substance abuse problems are beginning to hamper your physically and socially. At this stage in your life, you have probably chosen to associate with a select group of cohorts, and in general, your social skills are good. I hope that you and Marion are enjoying your lives together. It could be better. Now, regarding your emotional personality development, how long do you think you can get away with your untrustworthy style of behavior? You've never lost that youthful zest for life, have you? Unfortunately, your walks on the wild side have gotten you into more than one spot of trouble. You seem to be enjoying your life, even though you experience the blues every once in a while. It's not the scene. Okay, good. The same thing we've always had. You can be sensible and understanding. You can usually cool, calm, and collected. Occasionally, you are doing very well, despite the day-to-day hassles and problems at work. You certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You are not only book smart, you are also plenty of common sense. As you approach the middle years of life, age will probably play a more central role in your experience than it has in the past. For some individuals, the middle years are a time for depression and regret. For others, they mark the beginning of a settling down period of contentment. Life can always be as rich and as full as you want it to be. You might not be able to climb the highest tree in the forest anymore, but you maybe for the first time that you allow yourself to experience its beauty without needing to conquer or possess it. Welcome to middle adulthood. Biography should be written by an acute enemy. Author James Balfour. Quoted by S.K. Ratcliffe in London Observer, January 30th, 1927. Okay, so at this point, we have no job. So I need to immediately get a new job. Apply for a full-time job. I do always... Let's try for a lawyer. That'll work. I'm sorry you don't have... Yeah, I figure we didn't have a thing to be a lawyer. Entrepreneur. I'm sorry you don't seem to have the qualifications necessary for the performance of this job. Try again after you have a little bit more life experience. We were an entrepreneur. How did we not get another thing in an entrepreneur? What did we lose? Business. I'm sorry you don't have... God damn it. I am not doing sales. Creative. I'm sorry you... How about technical? I'm sorry, you don't have anything, do you? Health Service 1. Sorry you did not. Sounds like real life here, right? Be a teacher. Labor 1, Labor 2. How about Labor 2? Okay, let's do the school then for, like, a time. What? I lost all that money looking for a job? Is that what happened? Fine, we're doing sales. I'm sorry you don't have the qualifications necessary for performance in this job. Then try again after you have a little bit more. How am I not qualified for anything? Can I not get a job right now? Does it matter what I pick? No, of course. I get something asinine. Delivery person. At 53 years old, I'm a delivery person. My life is doing fantastic. Oh god, it's sex. This will be the last one for this part. A longtime friend and confidant tells you that he is having an unusual sexual problem with his wife. It seems that he can no longer get or maintain an erection like he used to. Sympathetic. Tell him to see a doctor. He returns to tell you that the doctor told him that his problem might have been caused by high blood pressure medication he has been taking. He feels relieved now that there is only one small difficulty. You notice that you are having the same type of problem. What will you do? See the doctor. The doctor gives you a checkup and tells you that there's nothing wrong with your system. Anxiety can certainly affect sexual functioning. Perhaps when your friend told you that he was having problems, it made you so anxious that you developed some of your own. That is horrible. Can I apply for a full-time job? I'm sorry, you seem to already have a steady job. I don't want that job. I do not want that job. How much money do I even have right now? I got a little bit of money, even being a damn delivery person. Yay! We went to school again. Can I go to more school? Yay, if we keep going to school, we're going to do really well. Okay, we have education. Quit. Desire for career change. Let's try one more time at one of these. Okay. Well, next time we'll try to get more jobs. Actually, I'll probably try to get a job while I'm not playing this. That way you guys don't have to see all that menu crap again. Anyway, guys, that'll wrap up this episode of DOS Time. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.